How's it going? Jayco249 here. Alright, this is officially it. This is my official, brand new review of Twisted Frickin' Metal. It's finally here, and I gotta tell you, it's pretty of a beast game. You know, I'm gonna tell you, the positives, and truly, yes, there are a few negatives. Now, before any of you go start, oh my god, this kid is gonna start hating on this game, man. This game's the shit, man. You can't be hating on this. It's a really awesome game, guys. However, there are still a few flaws, And with that said, it may be a little long, okay? The review, I don't know how long it will be. I never really planned this out, but it will be a pretty stretched out long review. So, let me start with, first of all, what it does right. The car combat. The pure combat in the game is top-notch. Perfectly polished, perfectly balanced. Everything in it is just really pure eye candy. For one, I love it that you can drive around, and for one, you can run people over and the blood just like splats right over the screen. That's a really good take. For one, I really love the classic Twisted Metal. When I played the demo, I just started picking up, and I knew exactly what I was doing. I knew the jump button, I knew the gas, I knew the turbo, I knew how to change weapons and everything. I am a little concerned how it's going to play out for newcomers of the series. I hope they enjoy it as much as all of us Twisted Metal fans do. Let's see what else is good about the game. I love the vehicle choices. My favorite car so far in the whole game is Death Warrant. I mean, all the cars in there are really badass, but I always thought Death Warrant, I know it's the standard vehicle in the game, but it's a very good standard vehicle. If you want something with speed, some decent armor, and some decent amount of weaponry, if you're a newcomer, Death Warrant's the car for you. But there's all the old favorites. There's Roadkill, there's Crimson Fury, there's Sweet Tooth, of course, Dark Side, and we got a new truck, car thingy, whatever, Juggernaut, and it's pretty much this big giant semi-tractor trailer slash tank. You can kind of go Kit Knight Rider style inside the trailer and hook up the machine guns on top. It's really beast, it's really beast. The soundtrack, I gotta tell you, is pretty good. We got, first of all, we got Ghostface Killer's The Champ, we got Rob Zombie's Dracula, let's see, we got, I Can't Drive 55, that's a classic. So the soundtrack is really bumped up. Let's see, what else kind of good things we got. The multiplayer is pretty beast. I think Nuke Mode is one of the major highlights of the game, and the amount of destruction. You can destroy almost anything in this game. Buildings, there's like one of the LA Skyline one where you can shoot down a blimp and it'll crash right into the building. That's pretty fun. Alright, now here are the negatives. Now again, this game is beast, but it has some flaws, and I'm hoping, as David Jaffe is a great developer, I'm hoping he will get to them. Some of them are personal, some of them are for you guys. Now, one thing that was somewhat of a disappointment for me, but it was kind of well known to begin with anyway, are the cutscenes. Now, I know what you're thinking, wait a minute, these might not be top movie-notch cutscenes, but they're pretty decent, they're pretty bloody. Well, you're right about one thing. They are very bloody. I mean, there's a lot of it's definitely an M-rated title. It's definitely got some drama and some suspense and everything, and I like the mood set and I like the tone. The only thing I don't know I have against it is like the script and the writing. It seems that of kind of a cheesy kind of B-movie. I mean, maybe that's the whole case. After all, it has kind of a grindhouse filter style, film grain, whatever. So maybe that's the case. Maybe it's supposed to be cheesy. Maybe it's supposed to be stupid. But I thought that. I mean, maybe you guys think that the cutscenes are pretty badass, and that's fine. I can see why. I love the new thing where Calypso's in the Calypso Industries, and if you guys watch the very, very ending, there's like a scene where everybody's in this like mental hell-like hospital, and they're like all strapped into straight jackets and padded rooms, and it zooms out from the painting. Then you see Calypso Industries. That's pretty beast. Let's see. We got 3 characters. Now that's one disappointing thing for me. My favorite character in the whole game was the Preacher. You know, I love Sweet Tooth, I love Dollface, I love Mr. Grimm, but Preacher, for me anyway, was one of those characters that I really wanted to see some animated cutscenes. Now, the thing about that is, you know, they have the Preacher in all of the campaign story modes. We have one for Sweet Tooth, one for Mr. Grimm, and one for Dollface. So maybe he's just one of those mystery characters. I mean, that's my assumption. But if that's the case, why did they make a team for him, you know, in the actual game and not in the campaign mode? It's not bad. I'm just curious. The cutscenes are still good. I really like that. Let's see, what other kind of negative? One of the biggest issues that have come up, at least recently, is the online lag. There has been, from what I know, some issues going on with online, and I've been noticing it myself. I've been trying to get in a few games, and I just keep getting kicked out of a game. I just keep getting kicked out of the server. I keep getting kicked out of whatever I go into. Now there are a few games that I do get into, and they're really fun to play and everything. So that's a side. But if they can just tweak this up, if they can just, you know, smooth out the multiplayer, you know, that would be great. I would really appreciate that. Now there's one thing I do want to mention, and this does not ruin the game. It's just a personal itch I'm hoping maybe David can scratch. One of the songs, as I said before, Ghostface Killah the Champ. Now I am a metalhead. I love, you know, rock and roll and everything, but I love rap too. You know, I think it's equally as good, if not better or worse. If you've ever played Mad World from Nintendo Wii, that's got some pretty badass music, so that's really good. But the one thing I never understood is that Ghostface Killah the Champ is censored like there's no tomorrow, and I do not know why. Now, normally, I wouldn't have an issue with this. However, there are a lot of other songs that have not been censored. First of all, this is an M-rated game. They've had swearing in it. There's no potential reason why, you know, the Champ needs to be censored like that. Now, 2 things about that. One, I can't remember what song it is, but another Rob Zombie song, not Dracula, is censored out as well. It's kind of like scratched out censored. They the CD skips right when the words come in, so it's kind of decent. What else was I gonna say about that? Oh crap! I just lost my train of thought. Hold on. Okay, you know, one thing that I noticed is that the Champ was on ESPN's NBA or something. I heard it was on some sort of sports game, and my assumption is maybe they took the soundtrack from that game and put it into this one. So that means maybe that one was censored and they didn't take it out from the exact song. I mean, for one, I don't have a Twitter account. I'm not a big Twitter person, but I've thought maybe I can just say to Jaffe, hey, game's awesome, but there's just that little tiny thing that's just kind of, you know, an itch to scratch for me. Can you solve it? I mean, I think metal in a way more suits Twisted Metal, but this song in particular, the Champ, it's got that, you know, that trumpet noise. It's just Call of the Wild, man. It's just kind of calling out for battle, man. I think it's a really badass song. So, you know, one thing that I know a lot of you in the comment section in my first video said, you know, that would have taken the Twisted out of Twisted Metal if they had a custom car feature. And, you know, when I played the game, I'm kind of understanding where you're coming from. I mean, you know, now that first of all, the drivers are all kind of psycho, you know, crazy serial killer kind of minds. So it would make sense that the cars aren't shiny good or anything like that. But, you know, still, maybe in the future, I don't know. I'm hoping in the future they will have DLC. I mean, I remember in David Jaffe's blogs, they wouldn't allow DLC. They would not have any kind of DLC planned. But if it's a success, and if they can iron out all these bugs and iron out all these miniature annoyances, I think it will be a pretty beast game. But only time will tell. So, you know, right now I'm gonna go back and play it. I hope this review didn't take too long. It's like around only 10 minutes. Wow, I expected for it to be longer. I don't know. But that's it. That's my review. I hope you guys enjoy it. I know I did. So I'd love to hear your comments. Please reply. So peace.